This is cool day. This is everything. Give us a big wave or throw a five in the chats if you're not on camera. If you're on camera, even better as well too. Welcome or welcome back to the IPA call. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday. And on this call, we hear from you. Like that's the fun part about it. So specifically, if you've done anything that yielded any type of sale, any type of brand partner enrollment in the system, money in the bank, then let us know about it. And specifically, for example, maybe you're like, hey, yesterday we had a drop talk, by the way. Who here was on that drop talk? Put a one in the comments. Yeah, or wave. Yeah, there was 220 people on that call. It was nuts. It was crazy. It was like the biggest call by far. And more specifically, a lot of prospects, like a lot of new people. So maybe, for example, you're like, I invited someone onto the call. They watched the call. I followed up with them afterwards. We had this conversation and boom, now they're a partner. Boom, now they're a customer, whatever that it is. We'd love to hear from you on that. So yeah, if you do, like what Kathy and Leah and Lynn did, there's a reaction button on Zoom, and then you can raise your hand right there. And yeah, we'll dive into follow-ups and stuff from that drop talk yesterday. It was awesome. It was epic. So shout out to Kelly Smith. She's on vacay now, so she deserves some nice time. Also, Shauna Carroll did a phenomenal job. People were just wrecked with tears. And Tim Edwards, many of you had the first time to hear from Tim. And just amazing the types of people that we have in this community. Like, is anyone just pinch yourself? You're like, oh my gosh, there's like really cool people here, and that includes you specifically, right? So very, very grateful. So a couple of notes on that first. A lot of people have asked, is there a replay? Was it recorded? If you know us, we record everything. Do we release it? We'll see, so we can be strategic. So we do have the replay up on YouTube. If you know all of our drop talks that I do, we put them onto our Wellness 360 YouTube page. So I'll share that with you guys here. It goes live stream there. We have multiple cool things here. For example, it's right here. So you can just go to Wellness 360, the YouTube specifically, and you can grab that. I know a lot of you have already been sharing that. But also today, I'm going to try something interesting because I think God works things out in funny ways. I was intending on doing it live in the prospect groups because who here has prospects in the groups that were not on the call that you'd love to be able to see that as well too? Like, I want everyone personally to see that, right? So I was going to hit live. I had it all prepped and I forgot to press a button and then it didn't go live. So tech works when you click the right button, right? Have you ever recorded something and you realize you weren't recording, for example? You're like, dang it, But what we're doing is at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, I think it'll work. But there's a way that you can have a call be restreamed into the groups where it looks like it's a live video as well, too. So it's going to go live actually in 2 hours. And you'll see it in the Drop Revolution and Wellness 360. So take a look at that, tag your people into that, like watch that, praying that all works, and use that as a big opportunity, of course, as well, too. All right. But today is all about follow-ups. Who here did invite some people to that call? Give me a wave or put a one in the comments. Like now you're in a flurry of follow-ups. Now there's a lot of things going on. Remember, the fortune is in the follow-ups. So some might have got started right away, but usually you're going to need another conversation. So whether they made it or not, there's things we can do. We can dive into that today and everything. All right. You're figuring out how to stream live with a recorded video. Lisa, ChatGPT is probably the best place to go to. So awesome. All right. Also, we have another announcement as well, and then I'll go into IPAs. But tomorrow, we do a weekly Saturday event. So 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. I like to make these very topical. I like to make them very specific. We have an opportunity to bring our own Chief Impact Officer, Katie Holt Larson, who here has never been on a call or you have not heard from Katie yet. Put a me in the comments or yeah, wave. Yeah, Leah, you haven't yet? Man. Margie, you haven't? Tammy. Wow. Okay. I call Katie my upline. So she's the one that I go to for all the things. And if she can handle me, I mean, she is phenomenal. She is literally in charge of global things. It's John, Darren are the owners, and then Katie is like the trio. So if you want to get to know anybody that's going to do something to impact your sales, she is the woman you want to get to know. And she is incredible, busy beyond belief. She's sneaking in some time with us tomorrow as she's in an event doing another Super Saturday. I love that we have leaders, by the way, on the corporate side that aren't in the ivory tower. They're actually in the field. Like she travels more than I do. She like works more than I'm like, oh my gosh, I get messages from her at 2 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, you should go to sleep. But she's passionate. You'll love everything about her. And you'll hear, and your people will hear an opportunity to see the vision of where Partner Co is going. So they have massive belief. And by the way, this call, if you want to bring on, definitely bring on your partners. But also, if you want to bring on anybody that's been looking at the business, they're kind of on the fence, I'll allow it that you can bring a guest on, but they have to have some exposure to the opportunity as well too. You don't want to just bring a fresh prospect in. It would be kind of weird right there. All right. So that'll be tomorrow. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay. With that, yeah, she's super down to earth. If you're down to pack that with us tomorrow, give me a wave or put a me in the comments. And we don't get her often. She is highly wanted everywhere. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to shut up and let's get into some IPAs. Kathy, what's up? You're first.
Well, so again, I want to applaud you for how you set up last night's drop talk. It was brilliantly done, and and the IPAs that led up to it to help give us nuggets. And I know Cindy's not on, but I really want to thank her for her strategy that she had shared when I spoke about my IPA about grouping together those, because I had 12 people who said, yes, I want to get on it, which is unheard of. And talk about divine intervention. Yesterday morning, I live out in the country right next to my daughter and family, and my 7-year-old granddaughter goes to school in the morning, and I meet them out there with my 4-year-old grandson to send them off. And she told me, Nana, I've got a game tonight. And it's like, what? You have a softball game tonight? It wasn't on the schedule at all. And it's like, oh my gosh, sweetheart, I won't be able to make it. I've got this really important meeting, and God worked on me through the day. It just was heavy on my heart. It's like, I can't miss it. It's her second game, and she's catcher. And she did just like, so Cindy's plan, I was going to implement anyway, but this was my strategy then. It's like, I have to do that group text. I have to put them together in a chat, not text, but in a chat. And I chat GPT. So I asked Charlie to put together a way of, because I didn't have a chance to go get personal approval. So it's like, how can I do it gently? So it was beautifully written, and just let them know they could jump out, they could mute, but this was the best way to communicate, make sure nobody slipped through the crack. And that I had a free giveaway. So I was going to do my own little giveaway. So anyway, I had 2 end up on the call, 1 who couldn't, I thought maybe it was maxed out. So 3 people who were, 2 that made it for sure, 1 that tried. And now I've got all these follow-ups to do. But one who's a good friend of mine, she messaged me because I had to stay around. Oh, and this is the beautiful part. You guys, we work in a business that I was at the ball field. I didn't miss a play. I was there. I'm in the country, you guys. I had no idea if I'd had any internet. I was able to have my, earbuds in and listen and participate and watch my granddaughter catch and make her first hit. Oh my gosh, it was that wasn't something I told her, you can come home and tell me how you're, no, I had to be there to see it. So you guys, we can be doing this business anywhere. So I'm still out of the field, and she said, okay, I'm sold. And so we got on the phone last night and got her drops and advantage, and she went thinking of the business down the road, brand partner. Amazing. And this is Linda, who forever has just dragged her feet. I woke up this morning with a gal from Australia that says I'm ready to go, and another gal that's been watching me, and she is on hormone replacement. It now is off insurance. It costs too much. So she says, I'm ready to get started. So it's just following what we say. I mean, Cindy gave me those specifics, And it's like, I've got to be a Donna. I need to be a Donna and be someone who really is okay. I need to apply what I was just given from these incredible mentors and Cindy's wisdom, even though fear was getting in the way. I did, and it worked out really well.
Wow.
So
That is so good.
but it was even just watching James, the flow, everything, the testimonials, Tim. I'm thinking for a second, and this, of, oh my gosh, I might lose some people with the strong business, but it's like, no, as I'm listening more, it's like, wow, really good. So it was a really good balance of
Good.
just information. So
Well done. So many IPAs on that. And like these are really good tips to utilize because I want to encourage everybody. So we do these, like organizational drop talks every now and then. But whether that's we have a big call like this, or you do your own one and you're leveraging that as well too. Who here, by the way, would love to do some more virtual talks maybe together and have your own pods and have your own teams and all of that. Like one is getting people onto the call. And then number two, though, is the close after the call. Like that's a very big thing. So to use that strategy of getting people together in a group chat that are prospects, so this way you can just kind of like bring all eggs together. What I love is this. Anytime you do a drop talk, make it a goal, as I mentioned, to get at least 10 people that are interested. Kathy, you did that exactly. You got 12. And what did we say? Out of 12, there's going to be a couple that are being interested in the business. There's going to be like a couple interested in the product. Now you're in the follow-ups there as well too, right? Yeah. And like what Paula said, offer some type of little giveaway if you want, right? It can be a set of drops if you want. It can be a little like, little drop container. It could be a little gift, whatever. Just anything that someone can win. It doesn't matter the price of it, but just giving them a reason to be on and then touching bases with them afterwards and following up with them afterwards. 5 packs of Renew in the pouch. Great. It's like $15, $20, something like that. So nothing crazy, but hey, you got those sales that paid for itself. And now you have a ton of follow-ups as well too. Lindsay, what's up, Lindsay? How are you feeling, by the way? Are you feeling any better? I hope. I
Hi
hope.
guys. Yes,
Hi.
Kathy, that was amazing. Hi Kathy. Um so many things, right? It really is getting people again around the circle. It's always about that third party too, right? You've got other people that are having success, you have other people that are having those incredible results and testimonials that they're sharing. It really is so important to get people there. I love that you are restreaming this today, James, because I think it is going to be very powerful to be able to continue to tag your people on the recording of it. And Kathy, it's I have to say, we say it all the time, but ChatGPT is, if it's used in it's so incredible. If you are a little bit nervous about using ChatGPT, I love when Kathy comes on here and says, I use ChatGPT, because it's like, that was probably pretty nerve-wracking the first time. I remember Kathy being like, I don't know about this, right? But if you just try to play with that, it really starts to become your voice. But the more you give it, so, I always, every time I'm using ChatGPT or helping somebody use it, right, the more you give it about yourself, it really starts to work with you. And then all of a sudden, I think it was Jennifer Gregory. I don't know if you guys remember this. It was one call we did with her, but she was like, I don't like ChatGPT, just blows my mind. Like, I don't even have to think anymore. She's like, it's me. It's crazy. And it's wild. You'll be like, oh my gosh, this really is exactly what I would say, exactly how I would say it. And it's so helpful when it's used in the right way, right? I tell my kids that all the time. Technology is amazing when it's used correctly and in the right way. We just have to know what that is, right? Winter, I literally had back and forth conversations with ChatGPT. Yes, like, it's amazing when used really, really well. And Kathy, you do that beautifully. So thank you for sharing that with everybody, because I think it's super helpful for all of our businesses to use that. I'm not even using Google anymore. Like ChatGPT, it does everything and it's so much better. So yeah, Kathy, amazing. I'm so happy for you. Congratulations.
100%. Yeah. Homework. Anyone that hasn't used ChatGPT, just get a free account and just start. Like what you said, Lindsay, if you Google anything, just Google it or search for it on ChatGPT. Good way to just start doing that. I know. Love it. Leah, Miss Senior Supervisor, by the way, soon to be manager. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, I woke up to that this morning. I've just, I'm following my IPAs. Yesterday, I wasn't on the call in the morning. I was under the weather yesterday. I was in bed all day, but I still made the decision, just because you're in bed and don't feel good, keep doing what you've been doing, so I did my post, I did, all my interactions, my sandwiching, and my best friend, who I know I brought up before, she had contacted me about the drops for herself. I want to get these, I want to be skinny again. Give me these skinny drops. So I told her all about them. And then she actually ordered, but she didn't order the drops. She ordered products for her husband and son to start using. And then just yesterday, she was like, okay, I was talking to my girlfriend, Anna. We're both going to buy the drops tonight. So they both put in an order for the drops. And then one of my SoCal girlfriends did it overnight. I've been in communication with her, just using the boards. I mean, that was my biggest scare and anxiety in my previous company, was when it came to following up, I would, approach it in a way and then I get stuck, and I'd be like, what do I do next? And there wasn't ever try this out, or it was more of a figure it out, you'll get there. And with the boards, I just love how easy it is. I'm just doing the do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to every day and it's happening. So, and when you feel so good, why don't you, why wouldn't you want to share? So that's and I made senior supervisor overnight. So that was all a great Friday. And I don't feel sick anymore. So I'm great. Oh,
yes.
Sorry. And of course I was getting a phone call at that time. Sorry.
You're so good. And how cute is it to see your little niece on here watching you right now? You guys don't know, Donna is Leah's mom, and she's with one of her grandbabies right now visiting. And I love this. I love this whole thing, the whole family. You guys are you're so special. And Leah, congratulations. I know that this was a really hard thing for you to do. So if any of you are on this call and you're new, or maybe you've been here for a minute, right? Leah came on these calls for a while before she launched, before she got that bravery and that courage to really put it out there, right? Because it's scary. It can be a scary thing, especially if maybe you've done something before, you're not quite sure if it's going to work for you, right? There's a lot of things that go on in here, right? And Leah, you did it. And you are climbing the ranks, right? Every time we turn around, it's a new rank. We can't even keep up, which is amazing. And not only that, I see you becoming more confident and more proud of yourself. And it's such a beautiful thing to watch. I know your mom is so proud. She probably wants to talk, so I'll shut up. But I love you. I'm so proud of you. You're doing so incredibly amazing and helping so many people, right? I love seeing your hands raised, and I see Lynn's hand raised again. And I'm like, it makes me, right? No sleep. Look, I was telling Danielle, I was like, I look like a dump truck, but I'm getting on here today. I don't care, because you guys are you're so amazing. So proud of you. And yeah, congratulations for just crushing it and helping so many people.
Congratulations. I don't know, Lindsay. I don't see many good looking dump trucks as you. If that's a dump truck, you live in a different neighborhood or something. Thanks, Lindsay. So appreciate you all the time. Leah, congrats. Man, it's gonna be manager this week. So, and you're gonna be in your first check towards Punta Cana, ready to know. So early congrats to that. Lynn Alfano.
Hi, good morning. I agree. I loved the call last night, and I did again stepped out of my comfort zone, and I invited people and whatever. But like Paula said, the drops, the free drops post, that definitely got people more people interested, or at least be able to have start the conversation like, well, this is what it is, you know what I mean? So anyway, love that. So I wanted to quickly tell you about a person that I'm looking back in Messenger. I have not spoken to this person in Messenger since 2014. And I started this business last March. She messaged me February 23rd of this year. Okay. And basically was like, okay, fine. Tell me about these things. Tell me about these drops. Like, they're watching, even though we think like, oh, we didn't get a like, or we didn't get a whatever, like, people are watching. We just have to keep reminding ourselves that they're watching. So, we had a little bit of a conversation. I used, some of the scripts there. Obviously, like, I just keep talking about these scripts because I'm like obsessed with them. But obviously we're having like our own personal conversation in the middle of it. But when they're asking questions, like, just use the verbiage in the boards. Like, we don't need to recreate the wheel. Like Leah, I was in a, business before this, a company that I loved the products. Like, I mean, I didn't have any issue, as far as like products or, anything else, the people. It was just, there was no system. And like, it just keeps blowing me away over and over. Even being here for a year, it still blows me. The systems just still blow me away. So I'm super appreciative of those. So long story short, had a conversation in February, and then I don't remember what I posted on Sunday, but I went to the boards and I finally used the like love thing where, hey, thanks for the love on my post. I wasn't doing that until recently. And yesterday she reached back out again and said, okay, fill me in again. Went back and forth. Here's the, what's the price? I sent the thing with the price, the boards with the 4-pack and the video. She actually watched the video, because this is somebody that she's like, I don't have a long attention span. Just give me the short version, right? So it's a little bit of a pressure there. But she watched the video, woke up 4-pack and a vintage this morning. Like, just use, like, I can't believe it, because when I plugged back in, I was like, I don't know if anyone's going to buy a 4-pack from me. I just don't know. But I think Eric, I don't want to misquote him, but I think he said something about get your butt out of the way or something like that. Like, just stop overthinking it and do it. So
good. Oh my gosh. Lindsay.
Yes. All right. So I got a lot of things to unpack here. The first thing you said, though, was putting the free drops out there, right? You said it may not be that they came to the drop talk last night, or it may not be but it's just, maybe they liked it. Maybe they just put a like on it, but it just started the conversation. And that is so huge to know, that all of these little pieces and all of these little things that we do are just layers, right? They just start the conversation. They just get the ball rolling for you to keep the conversation moving, right? Conversations create sales. So you're piquing people's interest, and you've got all these layers to do that. And again, another thing, like, if you've ever been nervous or scared, or is this going to work, or any of those things, just like Lynn, right? And Lynn has tried other systems or done other things, and now really plugging into ours, and just like, I'm just going to throw my hands in the air. I'm going to be coachable. I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get my butt out of the way. I'm going to shut up. I'm going to press send, right? Like, that is what Lynn's saying. And she's doing it, and the results are there, right? And I will tell you, and one thing that you were also saying was the like script. And if you don't know what she's talking about, it means if somebody likes your post, okay? So how many of you are just waiting to see comments, and you're ignoring those people that just hit that like on your post? Most of us, I know I do a lot of the times, right? So if that's you, we have a script where you can go, and whoever liked it, you're literally saying to them, Lynn, I'm not sure if you liked my post just for support, or maybe you might be interested in some of, the information on these drops, but I'm going to go ahead and assume the latter and send this, right? We have fun with it. And I can tell you 9 out of 10 times when you do that, they're like, oh yeah, I wanted some info. Thanks. Right. But people are also, they're really busy. They're scrolling a million miles an hour, right? So many things are coming at them. They just hit like. They may not have even read anything you said. They just happen to see the before and after photo. They hit like on it. They keep rolling. And when you make that reach out and say, hey, I'm not sure if you're just being a supportive friend, or maybe you might be interested, but I'm going to assume maybe you're interested, right? It is powerful. And because of doing all of that, all these layers, right? And then somebody she didn't talk to you since 2014, you guys. This is why we have in the business tracker, this is why we have there for you to go and dig into your friends list. Get out of your circle. Facebook's only going to show you about 20 or 25 of the same people, and they're likely the people that are on this call right now. Because again, you're telling Facebook, I'm commenting on Leah stuff. I'm commenting on Lynn stuff. I'm commenting on Kelly stuff. I'm commenting on Kathy stuff. So Facebook goes, these 25 people like each other, only show them the stuff to engage on. You have to trick Facebook and get outside of that circle. It's why it's so crucial in the tracker. You got to get out of the circle of people that you love on every single day, because those are the only people seeing your stuff. So if you're like, Lindsay, I'm posting stuff and I'm not getting any attraction on it, it's because you're not doing the engagement sandwich with 10 new people in your friends list and digging in there to somebody Lynn hadn't talked to since 2014. It's wild, right? All of a sudden, you just spend a couple of days getting out of your circle, and those people start to see your stuff, and those people start to come onto your post again. And she's raising her hand going, okay, I'm going to get a 4-pack. And the advantage is crazy. And then your mind's blown. I can tell you that this right here, Lynn, you just gave, like, in that short couple of minutes, like a million powerful $1 million nuggets right there. And it's all right in our system. So I am fired up because of what you just said. I'm so proud of you. You're amazing. And congratulations for, a 4-pack and Advantage is a huge sale. That's huge. So proud of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah. And by the way, I didn't even talk to her about Advantage. She asked me. So
Wow.
That's the group.
Wow.
Like that's the power of that group. And to be honest, because, there's been a lot of groups, I didn't even know if she was in that group, in the current group.
Wow.
And she was like, what's the Advantage thing? I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, let's talk about that.
Good. So that's another tip. Make sure today, guys, all of your people you're talking to are inside of your customer group. So whether that is Wellness 360 or the Drop Revolution, make sure they're in there so they see all of these powerful things that are happening in the group. So good, Lynn. Another $1 million nugget.
Huge congrats. My homework today from that is I just saw the script that you're talking about. It's so good. So go use that script. Everyone that's liked the drops post, like, go send that script to everybody. So it's in everyone's boards. But if they loved your post. So
James, can I just add one more thing to that?
Yeah, please.
First off, I want to say to Lynn and to Leah, congratulations on trusting the system, because honestly, it works, as you can see. But I'm so glad, Lynn, that you brought that up about the likes and the loves, because I didn't start out right away with doing that, but being so intentional and going and looking to see who's loving and liking your posts is so important, because it just happened the other day with me. I did that with while I was on the plane coming here to Colorado, and he said to me, darn, you caught me. He said, I didn't say anything to your post, but now that you caught me, tell me more. I'm looking actually for my wife. So that kind of puts them on the spot in a nice way. You're not really trying to be putting anybody on the spot, but then from there, I invited him and his wife to the prospect community page. So I said, there's more of just, you're just seeing my stuff. can I invite you to a group that where you can see thousands more of this? And he's like, yes, please. And his wife ordered a set of the drops. So it does work. So be intentional with what you're doing. And seriously, you may feel uncomfortable telling somebody, oh, thank you for loving my post. I was that person. It's like, ugh, I don't know if I can do that part. But once I did, it really opened up the algorithm too. And it also, they know that you have your eyes on them as much as they have their eyes on you. So a good IPA, Lynn. Thanks.
So good. We're all walking out with multiple 4-packs today. Love it. Thanks, Lynn. Paula Allen next. Miss Paula, there you are.
Oh, okay. So I wanted to share, I had already mentioned the other day, and you wanted me to follow up, James, if the lady got the 4-pack. She got the 4-pack of drops and the 3-pack of Vanali.
Oh my God. So real quick, Paula, give a quick recap. What'd you do in the beginning? How did it lead to this for those that didn't hear that? And then
so I went into a local store. It's called MTE, but it would be like Office Max or, an office supply store, because I have an event tomorrow actually that I didn't realize was even happening until a week before, it was supposed to happen. So I thought, okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. So I had to go in there and have them help me print some things last minute. And so the lady that runs the store, she's the one that helped me format everything and print everything that I needed. And she starts telling me about her sinus issues, and she's had surgery. And anyway, so I told her, I said, oh, well, you need the drops, and the best wholesale price is the 4-pack. And, it takes 3 months to balance anyway. And she said, well, what is it that you said you take for the allergies? And I said, Benali. And I said, again, the best price is going to be the 3-pack, but there is a 1-pack. So she bought all that. But what I wanted to share was, at first, when I first started this, I wasn't doing as I was told in terms of sharing the 4-pack, because I thought people won't spend that. And then I thought, you know what? You're telling me to do it. I'm just going to do it. So I did that. And this week I've sold 2 4-packs, one individual, but singular pack of bottles. And then when I posted my 10-pack that I ordered, because I've never done that either, did that this week as well, posted that. I've got 4 of those sold. So I'm probably going to have to order more because, I have to take them to my event tomorrow, and then I'll have to get some to those ladies. But the thing I wanted to share was, last Saturday when we went to the Super Saturday in Kansas City, I don't recall if it was Tammy Melchizedek or Julie Park that shared on the screen. They shared, the breakdown of the 4-pack, the 10-pack, and the 30-pack. And they encouraged to share that with people. And they said that a lot of times people will go to the middle of the road. So they'll gravitate more to the 10-pack. So I started doing that. And I haven't gotten anybody to go with the 10-pack yet, but they can see the price breakdown, how it does make it, more affordable per month, the larger the bundle that you go. So I just wanted to share that, because if you're not doing that, it's something I just started. And like I said, I've not gotten any 10-packs out of it yet, but I am selling more of the 4-packs. And when I just started and I wasn't leading with the 4-pack like you guys share, I was just selling 1 pack of drops per person at a time. And if you're trying to build a business, that's the slow way, and don't do that. So learn from my mistakes, do what they're telling us to do. It's not your business to worry about how other people are going to spend their money. You just give them the options and let them choose.
So good. Oh my gosh. Who here believes that Paula Allen is soon going to be mastering selling 10-packs all day, right? Update us on that as well too. So much good news on that. Lindsay, anything you want to drive in there? So good.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, to put it out there, and I think that it does always come down to, if you put it in a way to people of like, I just want you to know all the options that are available for you, and make sure that you decide what the savings is you want, right? What's the best savings for you? And it is important that we know, and we kind of take our own selves, and we talked about this on here before, but for anybody new, I want you to hear this. It's when you take your own limiting beliefs out of the picture right? And you just put it on a platter for people to decide for themselves. It's super, super important because then you're going to find people, like Paula, who has people that are like, yeah, give me the 4-pack, give me the Finale, give me all this, right? Or like Lynn, give me the 4-pack, and what's this advantage? And right. It really is, yes, Daniel, removing all limiting beliefs and then just saying, I want you to see all the options so that you can decide what is best for you and the savings that you want. It's just super crucial. So thank you, Paula, for sharing that. So, so good. Congratulations.
Congrats. Love it. We got Winter. Hey, Winter, you've been on an enrollment launching spree. Tell us what's been happening.
Hi guys, I'm trying to wake up over here and I'm so nervous because I'm so shy. So I'll try to. Why is everybody laughing? Yeah, it's been a really, really good week. Just kind of like hearing everything that everybody is saying. Again, it goes back to the system, but my team is just, doing the things. And I had, I think, 3 new brand partners this week so far. So that's amazing. Definitely been plugging in, definitely been engaging, and people are starting to reach out, and I feel like it was kind of quiet for a while, so it's just kind of a testament to staying consistent, and keep doing the things, because sometimes people are just watching. And I really, really was going to talk about too, going back to the people who liked the stuff. I mean, I always think about, what is the worst that can happen? The worst that can happen is if they don't buy something from you, or they say, I was just loving on your post, or maybe I'll look at it later or something, like that's the worst that happens. And it's like, okay, cool, but some people come back and they definitely do want more information. They're like, actually, yeah, okay, tell me, So yeah, I always get on the phone with people. So I had a lot of really, really good conversations. Everybody that I got on the phone with, signed up, or everybody that signed up, I was on the phone with. So I'm talking to them and kind of figuring out where they are. So again, with the limiting beliefs, we don't know what people's situations are. We don't know, what their money is. We don't know what their vision is. That's why it's good to give the options, because there's a lot of people that see, the opportunity to, be ultimate, or, get there faster because they want to make more money. And there's some people that, just don't have it and want to work their way up. So we got to work with them where they are. One of my ladies had been watching and she saw the Advantage, and she just was like, tell me about that Advantage and how I buy the Advantage. I could have just, sent her the link for that and moved on. But I decided to get on a call because I'm like, you also definitely need the body balancing drops. These are going to go hand in hand with everything you're talking about, And so I got on a long call with her, had a long conversation. There's a lot going on in her life. But yeah, she ended up getting a 4-pack, getting 2 Advantage, and getting a Noni and Renew pack, because I was talking with her. And as I was making her smart link, I started asking her about more. So we already decided on the Advantage and the drops. And then I'm like, okay, well, we kind of talked about, the HGH one, Renew. How about that? And she's like, okay, tell me about that again. I'm like, hair, skin, nails, libido, sleep, muscle recovery, all the things. And she's like, okay, yeah, I want that. And I'm like, there's a Renew and Noni pack, and Noni is amazing too. And I kind of went into that. And she's like, okay, I could probably give some of that to my mom. So she's in, and, semi kind of into the business. So she'll get there. I know. And then another one was just Advantage right now. But I talked to her about the business, and she's like, I'm really don't like sales. Like, I'm so scared of sales. And I was explaining to her, we have systems in place that are so, so simple that you can just copy and paste on your social, and like, you don't even have to talk to anybody. We have the scripts and everything is there. It's so simple. And she's like, okay, yeah, okay, I'll sign up, as a brand partner with my Advantage. And if you're saying they're so simple, she's not going to start for a little while because she gave up social media for Lent. So waiting on her for 3 weeks, but gives her time to get that Advantage to work too. And then another one had been on the drops, and she's like, I want to order more drops. I want to tell you about like how great it's been for me. And I got on a phone call with her, and she was talking to me about it. And I'm like, hey, well, you already know how good it's been working. I talked to her about the 90 days, and I've really, really been talking about that a lot to everybody. And that's why I like to get on the phone calls, because it gives people a little bit more commitment to themselves and a commitment to the program to be doing this a little bit longer, you know, when they talk through that with you and when you're asking them these questions. And for everybody that I've talked to, they're like, yeah, that does make sense, you know. And I had another one last week that was like, yeah, no, yeah, I know anything that you start does take 90 days. Okay, you're right. Because if I just bought one and it didn't do everything I wanted in the first month, I would probably quit. So she signed up with a 4-pack.
Sounds like, by the way, we're
Huh.
not to catch up. Who here would love a training on how someone like a winner closes people over the phone? Anyone want to hear something like that? I think we're gonna have to organize something because there's so much gold in this. I'm thinking you, like Shauna Carroll, like there's people that are amazing closers that we need that are amazing. Like you guys just have a flow over the phone that I want to hear. So that's what I'm hearing from you and everything. So it's like so much gold. It's so it's not natural. It's a design, it's a chiseled skill that you're just like ninja with.
Yeah, I like to talk to people more too, because you can hear things in their voice and kind of hear what they're going through. Or like, you know, if you talk about a bigger pack and they're kind of like, oh, you know, like it's like, okay, is it the money? You know, like, well, let's go down to the 4-pack. That's what you're going to do. It makes more sense. You know, it's $93 a box with that. And hey, you're going to be on it for 3 months anyway. Worst case scenario, if you don't sell it, they're for you. This is what you need, you know? So and then Ginger brought somebody on quite a while ago, and this woman just got on a call with both of us, actually, got super, super engaged, super excited, loves the products. And now this little team is going to be on fire. I can already tell. She signed up a brand partner with like 415 PV, got on a call with her. I've been on all these calls with all these people on my team, got on a call with her. She is just so excited. I had 2 launches yesterday with these 2 that are brand new, literally started right away. One of her girls, she didn't even know. She's like, oh my gosh, I sent her the boards app and she launched. I'm like, that's how. So we just got to get out of our own way, do it right away. They don't even have their products yet, but they trust their friend and they're getting really, really excited about it. And I even talked to one of them yesterday and she's like, I'm so excited about all of this. I just want to do my second post already. It's like it hadn't even been one day. So I'm like, yeah, it's just exciting, because that's all it takes. And it excites me so much. So literally anybody that hasn't launched for whatever reason, as soon as you do, the excitement is going to happen. You're going to see like how great it is, how many people are reaching out, and it's going to be something that makes you so excited and makes you like obsessed, you know, with the business. And I get obsessed. Like Ginger's like, oh my God, you're working so hard. And I was on a flight. And I'm like, no, I know. I'm on calls like back to back all day doing all these things, but like I'm obsessed with it. I love it. And I love to see the team grow. And their mentality is so good, because taking your mentality to a place of you're launching because you want to share with people and help other people, and not like I'm launching just to make money. Like that's not, you know, we are wanting to make money, of course, but we're helping so many people. So I always tell people, like, I don't want to be a mean girl. I don't want to have something that's so good and that's helping people feel better and look better and get healthier and not share it with the world, because if I did that, then I'd be a mean girl. So don't be a mean girl or boy.
That's going to be the title of the talk. Don't be a mean girl or a mean boy. Love it. Winner, so much gold. We're going to need a round 2. So we're going to organize some training. Lots of gold there. Lindsay?
Yeah, real quick. I just got to say, I know there's so many of you watching this right now that understand and realize that Winter is super shy and she has no idea what she's doing. She's really not that good. So you're like, well, I mean, of course I could do this because she's like not that great. So, I mean, I could totally get on the phone and close everybody because Winter's not good, right? So if you're thinking that, here's what I'm going to tell you. Winter is phenomenal, beyond phenomenal, right? She's so incredible. She can talk to anybody. She has this incredible way of making people feel super, super special. And also, she listens when they talk, right? Winter's got a lot to say, right? She's like, I got a lot to say. I'm going to tell you. But she's also listening and she's asking really incredible questions. You heard it. She was like real fast in there, but I caught it, Nikita. Yeah. Winter's not that great. I mean, she's just not, right? So, but like, she asks such incredible questions where she's like, hey, like, yeah, I hear what you're saying. And also like, tell me a little bit more about this. Tell me a little bit more about the weight loss, or tell me a little bit more about your sleep, right? So she's asking these great questions and she's pulling it out of people to tell her their pain points so that she can turn around. I mean, Winter probably sold this woman almost $1,000 worth of product. Boom, right? And they were only going to get drops. And she went to $1,000 worth of products that
She was
sold.
only going to get advantage.
Oh, excuse me. She was only going to get advantage. That's right. You did say that. And then you were like, you need these drops with it.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then she was asking, so tell me about your sleep. Tell me about these other things. So I just want to say this. Winter is phenomenal at what she does. Incredible. She's been doing this for years and she is so good at her craft and her skill. If you are on here and you're like, I can't get on the phone with somebody. I don't know this stuff. I don't know these answers. This is the power of a third party. Let me also tell you what Winter does, which I'm going right after this call. I have to catch up on the thousands of three-way chats Winter has to be in right now. Winter puts people in three-way chats because she's really good at what she does, but she knows the power of duplication is making sure she gets them in front of somebody else so that they don't look at her going, I have to be as good as Winter to do what I'm doing. She knows the power of both, right? She has crafted her skill, which she can train people and she can teach people what she does, but also she knows that the brand new person has no idea how to do that. So she's got to put them in front of a third party to go, you don't have to be Winter. You don't have to be me. You have other people that are going to support you and help you and show you how to do the thing. So you guys really need to know that part when you're listening to Winter here. She puts us in three-way chats all day. Exactly. Layers of support. It's really important to know that. So if you're brand new and you're like, I can't be as good as Winter, you have third parties that you definitely want to be using in your support team. Whoever brought you in this business, you have them help you. Or maybe it's the person above them, right? Ask those questions. Who brought you into this business? Who is it that we can use as our third party? I just had to get that in. Winter,
I actually meant to say that. Like, that was something that I wanted to say too. Definitely always put your people with your upline or your nearest officer, because that is huge. And that's one of the reasons why, these two women went and launched right away, because Ginger's so good at that. She puts every single person with me, and I have like a super strong relationship with all of her people, and I talk to them and I work with them and we do the things. And yes, I'm always doing that and putting all of my people too. And that gives the new people a sense of community and more support, and knowing that there's like a bigger team and more people than just myself there, so they don't have to worry about that. But that is super huge. And then, especially when you're new, if you don't know, the answer to something, that somebody's already there, to help you out with that. And you don't have to be as nervous or worry. And then it's not weird when you put them in a chat later,
The power of a three-way.
Yeah.
Thanks, Winter. So good. So many nuggets today. Eric, so sorry because of time. I'm going to have you up next first, if that's okay with you. We always want to hear from Eric. But we have a BOC call right after this in 10 minutes. Sydney McKnight's going to be closing out the week with a message I think is super timely. She's going to talk about how not selfishness, but comparison or something kills you. Jealousy is killing your business. And I'm like, oh, I'm ready to be slapped. So you're going to want to tune into that. I think it's so important for all of us to listen to, especially as there's so much growth that's happening, because comparison is the thief of all joy. So be sure to tune into that. And we're going to move into a time of prayer. So if you want to linger for that, definitely do so. If not, feel free to pop off. But we got Lisa Swanson that is praying us out today. So Lisa, take it away, sister.
Hey, thank you. Oh my gosh, what a great IPA call today. I'm seeing courage. I'm seeing grace. I'm seeing multiplication. And wow, it's been quite a week, I know, for some of us. And when we go through that stretching, we grow. So I was seeing that multiplication and that stretching and that growing. And the one, the very, oh my gosh, thing that I kind of do this every day is like, I'm not quitting today. I could think about quitting tomorrow, but I'm not doing it today. So every day, I'm not quitting today. So, in that courage and in that grace that everybody is showing, wow, today, that was everybody who shared. That's amazing. Thank you. So, oh, Jesus, thank you so much for these IPA calls. Thank you for this team. Thank you for the leadership. Thank you for just putting us exactly where you knew we needed to be, Lord. And in this moment, in this day, and as we hear the testimonies and the IPAs and just the things that are working in good, because you always say that you turn things to good no matter what happens in our life. And I thank you, Father God, for that. And we just praise you, God, for just this day, and we honor you, and we just give the glory for everybody in this group and all that you're doing from the top all the way down to the bottom, or should I say from the bottom all the way to the top, Lord, from our leaders to everybody that will be touched by Partner Co. and by the products and by the people that are involved in sharing. And I thank you for that, Lord Jesus. Just give us just more grace and more courage and just more of you as we continue to share and step out of our own limiting beliefs and into all that you have for us and for everyone else, Lord. We thank you, we praise you, and we give you all the glory. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Happy
Yeah.
Thank you.
Aloha
Awesome
Friday.
call.
Wonderful.
Have a
Thank you
happy
so
day,
much.
guys.
Have a great
Have a great weekend.
Thank you. Great call.
Have a great weekend.
Amen.
Muchísimas
Thank you so
gracias.
much.